precise. Okay, simple and precise. Okay. So,
Go front. Don't block it.
what do you think? Oh. What do you think of that one then? Okay, what's going to happen to the patella? It can be compressed. Okay. Okay, and so if we have a patella tracking problem and you compress the patella, what's going to happen to the pain? It's going to be worse. And the guiding of the patella, it's not going to be guided, it's just going to be compressed. Okay. Okay, so did you pay for that? Oh, you're lucky. Okay, even though it's wrinkling, it's okay, but it is not what we just did, okay? So when we do the training, we need to learn and we need to repeat and repeat and repeat, obviously. Okay, to create the correct treatment. Okay, so all the applications are studied to give the maximum result. Okay, not the minimum result. Okay, thanks. Okay, so who tried on the face? Okay, you just have to learn to stretch the skin and stretch the skin. You stretch the skin to the limit of its capacity of stretch, and you apply the tape zero tension. Very easy methodology, correct? Okay. So once you get inside the methodology, the applications become very easy. Very easy. Okay, so now we're going to do an abdominal application. Okay. Okay, you still have the tape on the back? No tape on the back. Ah, okay then. Okay. Shy boy as well. Okay. You put the feet posturally correct. Straight. Okay. Same width as the hips, correct? Okay. Flex, touch the ground. Okay. Come up. Always 2 times, yeah? Go down. Okay. Okay, so this is just a simple Kendall test, okay, to see the distance from the floor, correct? Okay, so we can use that as a way of evaluating the muscle, lumbar muscle elasticity. Okay. Okay, so we're going to be doing a research with the students. You already told them about the lower back.
I don't let inform. You can inform.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we're going to be doing a big research using the students of this university together with the students in university in Jakarta. So we're going to be using a same methodology. Now we must get taping on the lower.
We need volunteers later on with this
lumbar. Okay. And so we want to do 300 students here and 300 students there. 300. Okay? Which means evaluation of back pain, neck pain, evaluation and testing, evaluation with VAS scale, okay? Evaluation, we can use simple Kendall test, etc. Okay? And we're going to divide students into 2 groups. One is treatment group and one is no treatment. We're going to apply the tape. Okay? We're going to apply the tape for 3 treatments, so 10 days. And so we evaluate at the end of 10 days and then after 2 weeks. Okay, so it's very simple. And then we're going to analyze the material and then we're going to publish the results. Okay, who's interested? Everyone's interested? Okay, so we do an evaluation, so it's going to be a big research for Malaysia as well as. Okay, this is his flexion, correct? Okay, now we're going to do the abdominal muscle. Okay, you want to lie down? No, stomach up. Okay, get closer.
Excuse me.
Someone has scissors? Ah, thanks. Okay. So you have to come around here. Okay. Arms above the head. Okay? So we have to find the medial line up until the margin of the rib cage. Okay, like this. Okay? So we're going to get the umbilicus and 2 centimeters lateral to the medial line, 2 centimeters and 2 centimeters. Okay? On both sides. And so we're going to go down to the pubic margin, pubic bone, okay? To go down to the pubic bone. So the length of the tape is calculated from the pubic bone up until the border of the rib cage, internally, not externally, internally, plus 5 centimeters. Plus 5 centimeters. Okay? So that is the calculation of the length of the tape. So posterior is a fixed length. Anterior has to be calculated on the patient. Okay? So always cut 2 tapes, exactly the same. Okay? Where's the guy with the pre-cut tape? You want to show the pre-cut tape? Yeah, the gold box. Pre-cut. How much you pay for that? $3.
Yeah, go for another version.
Ah, okay. So, pre-cut. Useful or not useful? Not useful. Okay. Useful for the knee? Not useful. Okay, so for us, neuromuscular taping, we don't use pre-cut. Okay. Okay. Okay, you understand? Okay, so now we're going to do two tapes, which are going to go and follow the abdominal muscle. Our objective is to apply the taping decompression. So elongation, going to go down just above the pubic bone, 2 centimeters lateral to the medial line, 2 centimeters. Take off the paper, fold in the end, okay? So this is good taping practice. Paper on paper, don't touch the glue, touch the paper. The more you touch the glue, the less it is going to stick. So, 2 fingers like this. 2 fingers, open, stretch the skin down, and to apply the tape, 0 tension. You're going to finish over the border of the rib cage. And then maintain the stretch as you stick. Okay, like that. And release. So it's when the arms come down beside the body, okay, you will see that the tape starts to wrinkle like this, okay? Wrinkle like this, okay? So when you touch here, when you touch there, you expect there to be softness, okay? Okay? Softer, harder, softer, harder. You can even see softer, penetrates more, okay? Harder, okay? Arms above the head. Okay. Always bilateral, always symmetrical, okay? Okay, so symmetrical, symmetrical. Paper on paper, break the paper, folded paper, like this. 2 fingers, stretch down, no tension, finishing at the same point. Okay, use this part of your hand to stick. Okay, and then release. Arms coming down. Okay, and so wrinkles in the same way. This side is now softer, just like this one, softer and softer. Okay, when he comes up, tape is wrinkling more. Okay, you want to go walking? Okay, I'm walking. Okay, you want to go over there and sit and stand 5 times. Just focus on the tape as he sits. Sit. More wrinkles, less wrinkles. More wrinkles in sitting position.
Blocking the way.
Less wrinkles. Okay. Okay. More wrinkles, which means more pushing or less pushing? More pushing, less pushing. More pushing, less pushing. Okay? Posterior, when you're sitting, is wrinkling more or less? Less. Wrinkling more. So it's the opposite action. Okay? Okay, feet, downward position. Okay? So, if the tape is wrinkling, the tape is pushing down on the pelvis, pushing up on the rib cage. So we expect that the posture to be more straight. Correct? Okay. You want to go down, touch your toes. Okay, come up, go down again. Oh. $10 per centimeter. Okay, so if you want to get good results, you put it on your price list. 1 cent maybe increase, $10. Not 10 ringgit. Depends where you go. Okay. Okay, so you want guaranteed results. How come he has more flexion? How come? We extend the abdominal muscle and he has more capacity to flex. How come? You need strong abdominal muscle tension to have good flexion. Yes or no? No. No. How come he has better flexion? Okay, to improve your flexion, what do you have to stretch first? Anterior muscle chain or posterior muscle chain? Anterior muscle. Extend and then flex. Okay. Okay. So the tape is doing what? The tape is pushing. We apply the tape together with lower back, pushing. And so the pressure on the spine is more or less? Less, which means the flexion is going to be easier and better. Okay? Okay? So consequently increasing the flexion. Okay? So if you apply the tape with the wrinkling, it's going to increase the blood circulation, correct? So what sort of pathological conditions we can use this tape for? Increasing blood circulation. Okay, I changed the demand, change the question. If we want to increase core stability, we apply compression or decompression. Core stability, we want to, right? Compression or decompression. Decompression, you want to improve the coordination. Yeah? So lumbar is going to be compression or decompression? Decompression, core stability. Core stability means core coordination. So CP patient, you're going to apply lumbar plus abdominal. Okay. You have anterior posture, Parkinson's, you're going to apply the tape, posterior and anterior to improve the stability and coordination. Stability means mobility. Yes or no? Yes. Okay. Stability means mobility or stability. Okay. My other question is, if you want to increase blood circulation to the abdominal muscle, you have to apply tape decompression, correct? So what pathological condition can we use it in? Who asked me before? Diastasis, abdominal diastasis. After pregnancy. After pregnancy, the muscle has extended to its limit. Okay? And then after birth, it is overextended. So the abdomen after birthing is hot or cold? Hot or cold? Cold. Yeah? Cold. Okay, you touch the abdomen after birth, it is always cold. How come? Because the fluid exchange, remember the fluid exchange is, the capillaries is overstretched, breaking lots of the fiber. So consequently, after pregnancy, okay, there is not the normal fluid exchange or blood circulation in the area. So consequently cold, which means the nutrition to the muscle and to the skin is less. So we want to increase muscle tone. How do you increase muscle tone? Compression or blood circulation. Improving blood circulation. Okay. So the first step is applying the tape in decompression. So the first step is wide tape or narrower tape. First step is 1 centimeter, working superficially for 10 days. After 10 days, 2.5. After another 10 days, 5 centimeters. Step by step. Okay? Step by step, starting superficially and working deep in the body. Okay? So the treatment protocol for diastasis is okay. Okay, so starting, oops. Okay, so we can say acute phase or initial phase. Okay, initial phase is going to be 2 times a week. Okay, 1 centimeter wide, approximately 30 centimeters long. Okay, bilateral. Okay, bilateral for 10 days, which means 3 treatments. Okay? Post-acute phase, okay? It's going to be 2.5 centimeters wide by 30 centimeters long. Okay, it's always bilateral. Okay, because we're working superficially, then progressively we work deeper. Okay, so again, this is going to be 10 days. And it's going to be done 2 times weekly, which equals 3 treatments. Okay? Functional. Okay, functional phase means the tape is going to be wider, so it's going to be 5 centimeters, 30 centimeters long. Still bilateral. Still 0% tension, yeah? 0% tension. 0% tension. And so, what is the treatment cycle? So here's functional. So we have to go on until we resolve the problem. So it's going to be 2 times weekly, then going towards 1 times weekly, Okay, and we're going to treat for 2 to 3 months. 2 to 3 months. Okay, so this is the treatment. How do you treat stretch marks? Increasing the oxygenation or reducing? Increasing, okay? So 1 centimeter means superficial, 2.5 centimeters means deeper, 5 centimeters means even deeper, okay? Okay, everyone following me on this? Okay. How do you apply 1 centimeter? Okay, I need someone else up here. Okay, thanks.
Another model?
Yeah, another abdomen. Okay, down, head down. Yes. Okay, so still from a pubic bone. This is diastasis, okay? So our objective is just from the pubic bone up until the ribcage border, okay? So in this case, we're going to cut into 1 centimeter strips. Okay, so I want 2 people to come up and just feel the temperature, one side to another side. 2 people, volunteer. Come and feel. 2 volunteers. Touch one side, the other side. Just the temperature wise. Temperature should be pretty much the same, right side, left side, yeah? Eh? One side is colder than the other. Okay, thanks. Okay, so 1 centimeter strips. Okay, thanks. Our second research in the university is going to be for weight reduction program. How can we reduce weight? Weight reduction. Weight. Eh? Tape which is wrinkling or compression? Okay, so 1 centimeter. Stretching the skin down. What time is it? What time is it? What's the time?
11:70.
Okay. Okay, so straight lines. Okay. Maintaining the stretch down as you apply. Weight reduction program. We're going to be using 1 centimeter or 2.5 centimeters. We have a fertility program. Okay. fertility means good blood circulation or less blood circulation? Good blood circulation. So sometimes after pregnancy, sometimes fertility changes. Okay? Sometimes because we have excessive cold in the area caused by, okay, the diastasis, etc. So for fertility program for women, but we also have prostate applications, which are going to be deeper, and so the tape is going to be wider, and so focusing more over the prostate area. Okay, so if it is not a hormonal problem, because the tape is not going to change the hormonal imbalances, but it's going to change the blood circulation problem. Okay, so you see here, the tape starts in the same point and finishes in the same point. Okay, so when he comes up, okay, wrinkles a lot. Okay, going down. No, it's going down. Okay. Okay. Okay, just feel one side, the other side. Not yet. Okay.
Just now.
Feels like the same. Okay. Okay. Go and walk. Okay. Go and sit and stand 5 times. Okay, just lie down. Okay, feel again. Okay, something's starting to change. Yeah, you feel something starting to develop. Okay, just put your finger. Okay, when you feel the temperature, just come around this one. When you feel the temperature, you have to put your hand and just put a certain pressure and just wait. You still feel it's cold. Cold. Okay? Put the same pressure, stop. You feel the temperature coming from below, which is warmer. Yeah? Okay? You feel the difference? This is still cold coming from underneath. This is perfect. Okay, so you have the change starting. Okay? So, acute phase or initial phase is 1 centimeter. Then we're going to change to 2.5. Then we're going to change to 5 centimeters. Okay, so this is a treatment protocol. Okay? Okay. Thank you. Bilateral. Okay, so acute, post-acute, functional. Okay? Rehabilitation, we always have to come back to this. What does chronic mean? There's no chronic here, correct? There's no chronic. What does chronic mean? Is chronic a rehabilitation phase, yes or no? No. What does chronic mean? Chronic means hope or no hope? No hope. Is that a rehabilitation phase? No hope? No. Okay, so we're going to talk about positive. Okay, we're going to talk about pro positive. What does pro mean? Professional physiotherapist. Okay, which means you study, you know more than the person next to you. Okay, professional, you've studied. Okay, progressive, because the treatment that you do is progressive. You're going to get a patient in acute phase, you're going to help them to become post-acute, you're going to help them to become functional, to be more normal possible. Okay? Positive. Why did you choose physiotherapy? Positive nature or negative nature? Medicine has to be positive nature or negative? Positive nature. Okay? Okay. Chronic, acute, chronic. What does chronic mean? No hope. Here we have, okay. Chronic, acute to chronic. Chronic means, the only thing that chronic means is symptoms over time. Okay, that's all it means. Symptoms, and you have to evaluate acute, post-acute, functional. Chronic does not tell you the situation of the patient. Okay, just means they have symptoms in time. So let's do something. Let's get the word chronic and we throw it in the garbage bin. Okay, no hope, we throw it in the garbage bin. Okay, the patient yesterday, 3 years after stroke, 3 years after stroke is classified as, after you have stroke, after 6 months, internationally, 3 months, if they have not regained complete mobility, they are classified as chronic. Okay, you go to a neurologist. If he goes to a neurologist, what does the neurologist say? Hope or no hope? And says to the family, no hope. You do therapy? Don't waste your money. Don't waste your time. That's what they say. Okay? Everywhere in the world. So, even though 3 years, we can assist in the patient to have better quality of life, better rehabilitation quality by applying the tape. Following this. So the patient yesterday is where? In our reasoning. Okay, for the world there's chronic, but you don't know what that means. For us, the stroke patient yesterday, where is he classified? Acute, post-acute, or functional? Okay. What are the symptoms? Pain, edema, cold, okay, some rigidity, okay, rigidity mostly in the lower extremity, okay. So where is he classified? Functional? No, he's not functional. Is he acute? Okay. Post-acute. So post-acute means the tape is cut into what width? 5 centimeters or 1 centimeter? 1 centimeter. Okay, 1 centimeter. Neck, shoulder, extensors, flexors, feet, okay, knee. You remember the applications we did? 1 centimeter. So that patient, after 3 years of stroke, is still post-acute. Okay? It's not functional. He's functional when he can eat by himself, okay, and he can walk by himself. That is functional. And so we apply different applications. Okay? Okay. Yeah, medical profession don't like you when you say that. Okay. Okay, but we always have to come back to that. Okay. Fluid exchange, remember? Okay. Okay, so we have a tape 5 centimeters. 5 centimeters wide tape. You get the tape, you cut into half and it becomes 2.5. Okay? You cut in half, becomes 1.25. Okay? You cut in half, becomes 6 millimeters. You cut in half, 3 millimeters. Okay? You have 2.5 and you cut into 3, becomes 2.5, you cut into 3 strips, becomes 8 millimeters. You cut in half and becomes 4 millimeters. Okay? You get 5 centimeters, you cut into 5 strips, that becomes 1 centimeter. You cut into half and becomes, okay, so, okay, half by 2, okay, half by 2, half by 2, okay, in half by 2, okay, okay. You get 5, you cut into half, you cut into 3 by 3, and you cut into half by 2. Okay? Very simple. 5 centimeters, you cut into 5, becomes 1. Okay? You cut into half by 2, becomes 5. Very simple. Okay? Experts in mathematics, yeah? Okay? So the width of the tape, important, yeah? Okay. So, this is called function. The width of the tape, 5 centimeters, 2.5 and 1.5 is going to be called a functional application because the tape is wider, yeah? 3 millimeters. It is going to be called sensory or tactile. Okay, which means you want to work on sensory or skin proprioception around the mouth, okay, because the child has difficulty in drooling and difficulty in blowing or sucking, etc. Okay, so we're going to be using the tape 3 millimeters. Because around the lips you have high concentration of receptors or low concentration. High concentration. You put tape 3 millimeters here on the lower back. Useful or not useful? Waste of time. Because you have high concentration or low concentration of receptors. Very low concentration. Okay? So if you want to work on pain, neuropathological pain, excessive pain, you touch high levels of pain. You apply tape 5 centimeters or you apply tape 3 millimeters? 3 millimeters. Okay? Okay? Anywhere where the patient has pain, you apply tape, very narrow, lots of wrinkles, and the pain, I can guarantee for you, the pain will reduce if you apply correctly. Okay? Lymphatic. drainage. Okay, if you want to improve lymphatic drainage, the width of the tape is 8 millimeters, 1 centimeter, or 1.2. Okay, because for lymphatic drainage, you have to work on the skin or under the skin. Under the skin. Okay, lymphatic drainage is not in the skin, but it's under the skin. Correct? Okay, so 8 millimeters is going to be lymphatic drainage here or here. Here. 1.25 is going to be here because the skin is thicker. The skin is thicker. Okay? 1 centimeter is general lymphatic application. Okay? Great. This is blood circulation. Okay, so to improve blood circulation, superficial level, 5 millimeters, 6 or 8 millimeters. Okay, so it's going to be working more superficial, and we're going to encourage blood circulation to the area. Okay, so the width of the tape means depth of action. Okay, okay. If you're working on a sensorial problem, tactile problem, and you apply a tape too wide, you're not going to get the result. Okay? Okay? Okay, any questions on that? Questions? Okay, so you ready? Okay, so so we have, okay, so we're just going to do half an hour just to finish. We have 5 keys for correct neuromuscular taping application. Okay, 5 keys. Okay. Okay, and the first key is anatomy. Okay, which is the professional part. Okay, you all studied anatomy, correct? You're experts in anatomy. Expert. So the anatomy can be muscular, tendon, joint, skeletal, lymphatic, vascular, okay, neural. Okay, so we have various anatomies. Yeah? Okay. So if you want to treat the biceps muscle, you have to know where the insertion is and the origin is. You have to know the direction of the muscle and etc. Okay. If you want to treat the joint, the shoulder joint, okay, so you have to know the acromion, the scapula, humerus, okay, the various muscles and tendons. Shoulder is very complex, knee is very easy. If you want to work on lymphatic drainage on the upper extremity, you have auxiliary lymphatic nodes, you have clavicular lymphatic nodes. To drain the lymph, you're going to concentrate on the auxiliary or clavicular. Auxiliary, okay? It's because you studied, okay? And so we have to add skin anatomy, which I'm sorry, no university in the world physical therapy teaches skin anatomy. But for us, it is very important. Okay? So we have skin anatomy, which means lines of skin elasticity, which is like this and not like this. The abdomen is like this, not like this. This area is like this. Okay? From here to here, the skin is elastic in this direction. From here, it is in this direction. So you have to understand the skin anatomy above your objective. These are your objectives. Brachial plexus, you apply the tape over the neck and brachial plexus. Okay. Number 2, second key, is put the skin into a stretched position. Okay, you put the skin into a stretched position, which means you want to treat the larynx. So you put the head into this position. Okay? You want to drain lateral to the neck, this position. Okay? You want to stretch the skin around the orbicularis of the mouth, this position. This position. Up or down? Up or down? Down. Okay? This position. This position. Okay? Put the skin into a stretched position. This position. Physiological range or maximum range? Okay, range. Not maximum. Not maximum. Okay. Third peak. Okay? Third peak. Okay, apply the tape. 0% tension. A little bit of tension is okay. No. 0. Absolute 0. 0 or a little bit? 0. Okay? 0. Okay. 0 tension. Fourth, width of the tape. Okay, the width of the tape depends upon objective. Okay? Sensorial, functional, lymphatic, vascular. Okay? Width of the tape. Number 5, distance and between the tape. Between the tapes. Okay, distance between the tapes. Okay? So 1 centimeter, the distance between the next one is 1 centimeter. If you cut 1 centimeter and you put them all like this, it's going to be more compression than decompression. So the distance is also important. Okay? 5 keys. Understanding whether it's done correctly or not correctly. Okay? Okay? Everyone following? Okay. So, can I connect?
Your phone. Listen.
这也太小。
Okay, so, okay, this is a scar tissue, scar on the thyroid, okay? How do you treat the scar? Compression or decompression? Decompression, not compression, decompression. Manually, you treat the scar by decompression, okay? So the scar is like thyroid, like this. So here the skin is elastic in what direction? This direction. So you apply the tape in this direction. Okay? So you follow the skin elasticity. You put the skin into stretch position. Apply the tape, zero tension. Yeah? The width of the tape, hypersensitivity. What's the size of the tape? 3, 4, or 5. Okay? If there's lots of adhesion, you see with the movement, the tape or the scar is very deep. So the tape is a little bit working, a little bit wider. Okay? 6 millimeters. Okay? Very good. Compression technique or decompression technique? Taping or bandage? Bandage, okay. This one here. Lymphatic direction. Okay, lymphatic direction is posterior or anterior? Posterior. But the tape is like this, draining over the tibia. Correct anatomy or incorrect anatomy? Incorrect. Okay? Schizophrenic application. Schizophrenic. Schizophrenic? You say schizophrenic? So, not correct application. Compression. Okay? Okay. Okay. Compression technique. Bandage technique. Bandage technique. Useful or not useful? Rehabilitation wise, useful or not useful? Rehabilitation. Maybe during a performance, may be useful. Maybe. Okay? But we don't know what the condition is. Okay. Okay. Decompression technique, yeah? Yeah. Okay. Medial or lateral? Medial or lateral? Medial or lateral? This part here. Lymphatic anatomy is medial. Okay? Not lateral. Okay. Okay, let's discuss this one. Let's discuss. Okay. Okay, this comes from a hospital in Italy. Okay, you see the scar? You see there's still stitches. Still stitches. Okay, around the ear. Okay. And you have external drainage. Okay, external drainage. Okay. What sort of surgery are you using? What sort of surgery? Okay. Cancer? Cancer surgery, you would say? Yeah, cancer. I would say it was cancer. Okay. I don't have information on the patient because someone sent me the photograph anonymously. Anonymous. Okay. So most probably cancer surgery. Okay. Most probably the surgeon cut the ear, lift up the ear, parotid gland cancer. Most probably. Okay. And so how many days do you think after the surgery is this? How many days do you think? Still has the drainage. 1 day? 2 days? 3 days? Maximum 4 days. This is 2 weeks after surgery. Because external drainage you're going to use for a very short time, acute phase or post-acute phase? Acute phase, okay. Why does the surgeon put drainage tube? Why? Because the surgery creates lots of edema or not much edema? Lots of edema. And your lymphatic system is going, you have lymphatic nodes, and the lymphatic drainage is in what direction? This direction. So the drainage has to go towards the clavicle and then go down. Okay? That's how your body works. That is the anatomy. Okay? So if the surgeon puts the tube, means that the congestion is excessive congestion and the body cannot drain itself. Correct? Okay? So that is the situation. You still have the stitches. So, they put this tape. What do you think? Look at the tape. Okay, lymphatic drainage is in what direction? This direction. Here is the clavicle, here's the shoulder. This is the lymphatic drainage direction. Okay? So, you put the skin, okay? Put the skin into stretch position. Okay? And to apply the tape, zero tension. Neutral position, wrinkles or no wrinkles? Wrinkles. But no wrinkles. Because the direction of the tape should be like this. But you put the tape like this and like this, becomes compression. Okay. Zero tension, I don't think so, because there's no wrinkle. What about the width of the tape? This is 5 centimeters. 1.25. Too wide for this area. This is 5 centimeters up until here. 5 centimeters becoming, what's happening over the lymphatic nodes? Becomes compressed. Correct? Okay? Distance between one and another. No distance between one and another, so it becomes compression. Correct? So, if you compress this area where your lymphatic drainage should be, what happens to the stress over the surgery side becomes more or less? More. Bagus? No bagus? No bagus. You see what the problem is? Okay? So, you have to follow these areas. Okay, so if you have cancer, one of the contraindications for neuromuscular taping is cancer and metastasis. If you have cancer and you increase the blood circulation and drainage, what happens to cancer cells? They can move. So, indicated or contraindicated? Contraindicated. I hope the patient is okay. I hope. Because the application is correct or not correct? Correct. So we have to be careful, you see. Okay? Just by putting a tape on, oh wow, interesting. Oh, good. It's like the surgeon prescribes, after this surgery, you wear a collar, very high, button collar, and a tie. Indicated or not indicated? Not indicated, correct? Okay? So, let's hope the patient is okay. Let's hope. Because if you block your physiological drainage capacity, the risk of infection increases or reduces. And the first rule in physiotherapy is to not harm the patient. Okay. Okay, so we need to be careful. Okay, so I just want to. How much time we got? Oh, we have to finish. Oh, we have to finish. Okay. Otherwise, we can keep on talking for a long time. Okay. So we're going to finish at this point. Okay. So this seminar was created as an introductory seminar for you guys here in Malaysia. Okay. I've done several introductions in Kuala Lumpur, also in Brunei, and also in Sabah. Okay. And we have a group of 10 physiotherapists who have done eight days training in Sabah, and they are highly specialized in neural rehabilitation using the tape. Okay. But that is in a very small area in all of Malaysia. Okay. So hopefully this course has helped you to understand a little bit more about what the concept is. And it's not as simple as we think, okay, because the pathologies are not simple. The treatments can be simplified, okay. Neuromuscular taping is an example of simplification of treatment, okay, following your normal procedures of evaluating a patient and session. But the diagnosis remains complicated. You have to know what you're doing, okay? Tape has contraindications. So what are the major contraindications, okay? Everyone studied your workbook. It's written in your workbook. What is the first contraindication? Right. First contraindication for a tape which is in decompression. Okay? What's the first one? Hemorrhage. If you have bleeding and you apply a tape in decompression, the bleeding is going to increase. So bleeding is contraindicated. You have hemorrhagic stroke, you apply the tape in the neck, yes or no? No. Ischemic stroke, yes, after 3 days, you can apply. Hemorrhagic stroke, no taping in the neck area. Okay? Okay? Fundamental. Second contraindication, it's in the workbook. Yeah. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Infection. Okay. Infection is the second contraindication. You have infection in the jaw, okay, in dentistry, infection or inflammation. Infection or inflammation. Inflammation you can treat, yes. Infection, no. Infection will go straight to the heart. Contraindicated. Okay. Third contraindication is cancer. Okay. Active cancer and metastasis. Contraindication. Okay. Fourth contraindication is thrombosis. Okay. You apply the tape. It's going to dilate. Taping is dilation. It's going to move. Contraindication. Next one is skin cancer or moles. Okay, we're not going to cover moles, which is going to be a skin irritation. Okay? Pregnancy is not contraindication, but abdominal application is contraindicated in pregnancy. And spinal. Lumbar is okay, spinal is not okay. Because when you apply the tape on the spine, the posture becomes even more anterior. Okay? So contraindicated on the spine. Okay? Okay, so this is an introductory course, so hopefully next year we'll be having a full four-day training course, which means 36 hours, and we have smaller groups, and we have lots of hands-on practical stuff. Okay? So at the end of 4 days, I guarantee that you are pretty much expert. Okay, so, yeah. Thanks to the organizers of the course, okay, and thanks to the university for allowing this introductory lecture. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so here we come at the end of the session. It's not end of the program, it's end of the session. Okay, hopefully you enjoyed this 1.5 day program, and we tried our best to give maximum input so that you learn something. And even we try in future also. If you at all you feel any inconvenience, localize, we try our best to make it comfortable also. So here I'd like to thanks first of all the management for providing all the assets or infrastructure and resources, whatever you can see here, to make this program successful. And HR office, human resource, IT section, and transportation and other departments too. Everybody contributed here. And my second thanks to beloved Dean, Professor Yu, that trusting me and giving me a chance to do what we did. Of course, there was direct and indirect support from each and every member of Faculty of Allied Health Profession, from physiotherapy, nursing. We did it together, either directly or indirectly, everybody has support. So I am thankful to each and every member of department. In that, there is some special contribution as given by Mr. Mahesh, my fellow colleague, Mr. Naziri, Ms. Komala, providing like some kinds of documentation, patients, and managing other issues. So I thank you to you, sir, and other staffs also. And definitely I'm not going to forget you, that without you is all useless. No, whatever the infrastructure and whatever we have, if you are not satisfied, all the energy, whatever you put here is wasted. But I hope you had some good time, a little satisfaction I have through your feedback report. So it's okay, no about that. Thank you so much for trusting me and coming over here. Now I would like to invite Professor Yu to give token of love, or you can say to our guest, David Flo. I did not forget, I thought to tell something about our friend David Flo and Aditya Pratma. David from Australia, but he got his neuromuscular tapping institute in so many countries, including USA and Italy. And we know each other from last 6 years. I am really grateful that it's just a relationship, nothing much. We trust each other. I gave a call and he ready. It's a second visit without like anything. It's just a friendly call. So my biggest thank to you and Aditya coming all the way from University. We are so thankful. The whole Aimst University is thankful to you also for coming here. And now I invite Professor to invite David Flo. Please come forward and give a big hand. Yeah. Take it here.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Take it here.
Okay.
Okay. Now I invite Professor to give the matter Right, now I request Professor to give a vote of thanks and obviously
our guest is David, Danny, and our faculty staff, Matthew, and our program coordinator, and our media instructor, and our fellow students. I think just to end my lecture here with a very short speech, I'm going to break on. I think most of you is waiting for. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Mr. David and Mr. Danny for taking their time off and spending about 1.5 days to organize a seminar for our staff as well as for our students, especially for our students. I think this is a very useful course. Even though it is very short, it's only introductory lectures, but at least you have some clear concept on what is neuromuscular therapy. And just now when I chipped in the last session, I think they have closed the session very well on what are the indications, what are the contraindications. It is important for the physiotherapy to know. Because if you know one technique, you cannot apply, one size cannot fix all. Some of the technique only can be indicated for certain conditions. And it's what Mr. David has mentioned. There are certain conditions cannot use. Other conditions can be used. Especially we are dealing with the children, with the elderly, with the old people. Because if you do it wrongly or wrongly apply, it could cause a complication. So you need to be careful. You need to do assessment. As a physiotherapy, you've got the knowledge. You need to do the assessment. You need to have some theory background, theory concept on this neuromuscular therapy. So I think the 2 days or 1.5 days workshop will be very useful and provide you some hands-on skills. Knowledge, you need to go for another course. Another course maybe next year, you have to see Mr. David another year next year. Maybe some of them will be not around here. But we will welcome the alumni at the time. If you are alumni, we will call you. And our Vice Chancellor have actually they've got a show interest in Jakarta. So, and also they can come over here. So to exchange the students and as well as faculty, and also I am thinking of also research collaboration. We can do a research here and also do a research there. We do a collaboration. We can get a sample from here as well as in the Indonesia. So this is one of the few activities we are thinking of to do the collaboration with Indonesia. In Aimst we don't have any collaboration with Indonesia. We are thinking of on this university. This is the first university in Indonesia we are going to collaborate. Other than that, I think I want to thank the students for your cooperation in attending all these courses and by showing your interest in participate. Even though you have to pay a little bit of money, a bit of 100, but I think this is worthwhile that you trainer also in the taping. But it is come in the time that it's clashing with and you can get the people who are experts from overseas. I'm not saying that I look down upon the local people. Because local people, maybe I don't know, because I also come to know that they are also organizing this course. Okay, the other thing is that, and we, School of Physiotherapy, we always aim to organize courses for our students and also for our staff. And we also want our staff to get more exposure by collaborate with all these foreign universities, especially in the academic collaborations. And we are sending students outside next year. And this year, I think most of you know that we are sending students to all these countries, foreign countries for clinical placement, especially like Taiwan, like in Indonesia, New Zealand. New Zealand next year we are sending the students to New Zealand. So and then we are sending students to this Hong Kong and China. But we are still in the process of collaboration. So but for sure we are sending students to New Zealand. And Taiwan still maintains, we're still sending students there. And now maybe we are thinking of Indonesia. For those students, but we have to go and collaborate with them first. And go and visit to see what are the facilities there. Huh? So before we can think that we want to do a clinical placement. So lastly, I think I want to thank our working committee, especially led by Dr. Singh and the team members for organizing this process. I have to thank special thanks. They work so hard to organize this course. They work so hard, I know that. They come to me, actually the idea come to me is about 2 months ago. I totally agree that because if our staff want to develop and they want to organize any courses, I always support. I never say, even the staff, students come to me, they want to organize course, they go somewhere, I always entertain them. Because we want knowledge, we cannot stop here, we need to learn. No? Even the lecturer, you need to progress, we cannot be stagnant. So we want to learn something new, especially these techniques related to this physiotherapy that actually can help patients. Because we are dealing with patients with all the conventional treatment. If we can get as more techniques that we can learn, we actually the patient will benefit at the end of the day. Correct now? So this is what we want. So we are actually we want for the patients to improve the patient's outcome. We want the patient outcome to be better when we treat the patient. We don't want to see the patient after that, the patient whether good or not, the prognosis is good or not, we don't bother. We just want to treat the patient, we want to see the outcome. And at the end of the day, as a physiotherapy, you are only interested in just given the one-off treatment. You never bother about what will be the outcome in the future. By right, you should see, you should follow up the patients. This is as a physiotherapy, as a professional. So I just, from this workshop, I think most of you, I think have learned somewhere or other. Maybe you have learned, maybe it's a basic, but you've got future courses you can come. You can actually follow up this course. So I think I'm going to talk so much. I'd like to thanks again for our guests, Mr. David and Mr. David, for sharing their knowledge and experience in this 1.5 days workshop. Thank you very much.
So at last, please give a big hand for Batch Atif for organizing this event successfully. So you have only 10 minutes for photo session. If you want to speak certificate, I will hand over to you later on by next week. It's ready. You can enter your name inside. All right. So if you want photo session, please complete. First we finish, then otherwise it will be too late, sir. Come. Please come.